Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I want to begin with a simple question. Have you ever smiled while your heart was breaking? Most of us have. Perhaps you've gone to work, attended church, cared for your family, led a meeting, or laughed with friends while carrying a burden that no one else could see. That is the reality of what I call the silent battles. They are the struggles that leave no visible scars. They rarely announce themselves. They often exist behind smiles, achievements, social media posts, and carefully chosen words. The truth is, some of the strongest people you know may also be carrying the heaviest burdens. Today, I want us to explore those silent battles, not to create fear or sadness, but to cultivate understanding, compassion, and hope. We live in a world that rewards appearance. Our culture celebrates success. We admire productivity. We applaud independence. We praise people who seem to have everything together. But very few people ask, how is your heart? Many ask, how are you? Few wait long enough to hear the real answer. As a mental health professional, I have learned something remarkable. The loudest cries for help are not always spoken aloud. Sometimes they look like working overtime every day, constant busyness, excessive perfectionism, withdrawal from friends, irritability, difficulty sleeping, overeating or loss of appetite, endless scrolling through social media, smiling while quietly losing hope. These are not signs of weakness. They are often signs that someone has been carrying too much for too long. Some battles are invisible. People fight battles we cannot see. Someone may be grieving the loss of a loved one. Someone may be struggling financially. Someone may be caring for a parent with dementia. Someone may be experiencing burnout. Someone may have just received a frightening medical diagnosis. Or someone may be silently battling depression or anxiety. Someone may be questioning their purpose. Someone may simply be exhausted, yet they continue showing up every day. Because life does not pause simply because our hearts are hurting. The myth of I'm fine. Perhaps the most common sentence spoken every day is this: I'm fine. Sometimes it means I'm not ready to talk. Sometimes it means I don't want to burden anyone. Sometimes it means I don't think anyone would understand. Sometimes it means I'm trying to convince myself I'll be okay. Many people have become experts at appearing well while quietly falling apart. So, how do we recognize silent battles? We begin by paying attention, not by diagnosing, not by making assumptions, but by noticing. Notice changes. The cheerful coworker suddenly becomes quiet. The dependable volunteer stops showing up. The friend who always replies no longer answers messages. The energetic parent seems emotionally distant. The student who once excelled begins struggling. Sometimes behavior is communication. Not every difficult behavior is intentional. Sometimes it is emotional pain looking for language. Listen beyond the words. One of the greatest gifts we can offer another human being is our presence, not our advice, not our solutions, our presence. Sometimes people don't need someone to fix them. They need someone willing to sit beside them without judgment, to say, I'm here. Take your time. You don't have to carry this alone. Those simple words can become lifelines. The weight of high functioning struggle. Many people assume that if someone is succeeding professionally, they must be emotionally healthy. That isn't always true. Some people perform exceptionally well while privately struggling with anxiety. Others continue achieving while living with depression. Some leaders inspire thousands while feeling profoundly lonely. Success and suffering can exist in the same person. Achievement does not always equal well being. We need more compassion. Imagine how different our communities would become if we assumed that everyone we meet is carrying something difficult. Perhaps we would become slower to judge, quicker to listen, more patient, more forgiving, kinder with our words. Compassion does not require us to know someone's story. It simply requires us to remember that everyone has one. Hope is stronger than we think. Although silent battles are real, so is hope. Healing often begins with one conversation. One trusted friend, one counselor, one family member, one pastor, one physician, one moment of courage. No one heals completely alone. Human beings are designed for connection. There is strength in asking for help. There is wisdom in accepting support. And there is courage in saying, I'm not okay. These words are not signs of failure. They are often the beginning of recovery. And this is my personal challenge. I want to leave you with three invitations. First, slow down. Notice people. Look beyond appearances. Pay attention to changes. Sometimes the smallest observation opens the biggest conversation. Second, ask better questions. Instead of asking, how are you? Consider asking, how have you really been lately? Or what's been weighing on your heart? And then listen without interrupting, without rushing, without trying to solve everything. Third, check on yourself. Sometimes we become so busy caring for everyone else that we neglect our own emotional well being. Ask yourself, what silent battle am I fighting? What support do I need? What would healing look like for me? You deserve the same compassion you offer others. I'll close with this thought. Every person you meet is fighting a battle you may never fully understand. Some battles are invisible, many are not. So let us choose kindness over criticism, curiosity over assumptions, compassion over judgment, and hope over despair. Because sometimes the greatest gift we can give another person is not a solution. It is simply reminding them that they are seen, they are valued, they are not alone. So thank you for listening. Take care of one another, and perhaps today be the reason someone believes that hope is still possible. If you enjoyed today's talk, I encourage you to click subscribe so that way you won't miss any upcoming talks. So again, thank you. And this is Renew and Flourish with Rosette. Thank you so much for watching. I hope today's message encouraged you on your journey toward healing, growth, and flourishing. If you'd like to continue learning with me, I invite you to explore my books where I share practical mental wellness insights, personal reflections, and hope filled strategies for everyday life. You can find the links in the description below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who may need it.